Hey everybody, it's Dawn. I'm on the boat, and so I'm dealing with a spider right now. So this video is going to be in pieces. So if I disappear for a second, don't get worried because I'm gonna have to deal with my family and doing stuff and everything. I'm not exactly sure when we're going to launch. Hubs is checking things out. But Angela had asked me to do a mixed media tag, and I left my edge distresser at home. So plastic butter knife, and I distressed my edges. Whatever works, right? And so I'm just gonna do a tag, and like I said, I distressed my edges. I did that beforehand because I didn't want you guys to have to sit through me dealing with a plastic butter knife. But now I'm just gonna ink it up. This is Colorbox, and it is a pigment ink, so it doesn't bleed like alcohol inks do. It's pretty much once you put it where you want it, that's where it's going to be. There's not a lot of playroom with it, you know. So I've got my edges all inked up here, and like I said, this is a Colorbox Tower of Blacks, and I like to use the Dragonfly Black. That's my favorite one. It's really, really dark. And then I have my sprays over here. These two I won in a... I make sure they're really well shaken because they're powders. I don't normally use powders, so I don't know how they're going to work out. This one is called Dragon's Blood Red, and this one is a silver. I won them in a contest that I did. These here, you will see them. These are my inks that I make up. I use the Tim Holtz Distress inks and rubbing alcohol. I have a tutorial on my YouTube, so, and then I just put labels on them so I know what's in there. And I love these mini mister bottles. They spray the best. I have a big mister bottle. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. But these, I notice that powders tend to clog, and I don't like using the powders, so I use the alcohol ink. So let me move these out of your way now that you've seen them. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and spray my tag, because I do not have my heat gun. We have no electricity on the boat that we're supposed to have, but my husband hasn't gotten it connected yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and spray my tag and then stop for a little bit, so that I can let it dry. And then yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Not spraying at all. I really wanted to use red too. Let's see about the silver. See how that works out. Neither one of them working. Ugh, that's horrible. That's why I use my own, because I know they work. This is Tim Holtz lettuce, and we're going to spray that there. And you notice my hands are all inked up because I just made these this morning. So this is caramel. And then we got some denim. I have to get the ink to the tube, that's why I'm spraying it on the paper towel first. So we'll throw some denim on there. And then let's just kind of dab that a little bit. And then we got some pitch black. Oh, I just sprayed myself. That we'll put over there. You know, obviously, the more times that you spray it, the darker it's going to be. So, let's throw some pink right there. Which is actually raspberry, but it comes out like fluorescent pink. And this is peach Bellini. Put that next to the brown. Dab up some of the excess a little bit again. You really want to have something under you when you're doing mixed media, because this stuff gets everywhere. And you know, and your colors can get on top of each other, run into each other. Not a big deal. You know, it creates more of a layered effect. And this is lemonade here. The one I used before that was shell pink. So I really want to get this one on there. Oh, I put the lid on. Yeah. And we'll go through and put... Oh, sprayed myself again. I am so klutzy, it's unreal. Put more green on there. And put a little bit more caramel back over there. The shell pink does not look like pink because it's in a bottle that I had previously had a blue in, but I cleaned it out so it still comes out pink. It's just stained. But let's get some more yellow over here. I want that to be like really yellow. So I do have a little fan on behind me. So if I had my heat gun, I would just and then, you know, it would be heated and dry by now and everything. But I don't. I have a little battery powered fan. So I'm going to let this dry, and I will be back with you when it's done. See you soon. Okay, I'm back. It's only been about 20 minutes. It's like 90 degrees out here. So my tag dried pretty quick. And we are on the move now. So if you see me going like up and down, it's because of the waves. And here is what I'm using. These are stamps from Stampology. And I also won these in a prize. It says always, imagine, grin, love, stuff like that. I have the always stamp on here. It's really flourishy and bubbly and stuff. And I'm just going to go back with my Dragonfly Black and put ink. Normally I would use my Ranger Big and Juicy, but I did not grab it because I like the Big and Juicy because it's big and juicy. And color box is not. So I'm going to have to ink this up really good. And I never clean my stamps. I learned this from Tim Holtz because I use black ink like all the time on my stamps. Rarely do I go color. And if I do go color, I just wash it with soap and water. But Tim Holtz never washes his stamps, so I don't wash mine either. And I learned this just at the Michigan Meta Meet this year when I met him. It was way cool. He is like my hero. But anyways, and I got my daughter making the crazy sign at me. But so now I'm just gonna stamp this on there, kind of center it up a little bit, and push down really hard with my whole 80 pounds.
You sure you don't want help?
And now she's asking me if I want help being a smart ass. So, got that on there. Like that. And, can you see? It's looking pretty cool so far. And now I have, my White Signal Uniball pen. You guys all know this pen. It is the most amazing white pen in the world. If you do not know about it, Google it, get it, because it is the most amazing white pen in the world. And I'm just going to like color these bubbles in a bit so that they pop out. This is not ink. This pen is a paint pen. It is not an ink pen. And that's why it's so awesome. Because it really does cover. Oh, and my daughter is out of lives on Candy Crush, so you may have heard her just go.
Slenderman. Slenderman's trying to kill me, Mom. Come on, Kelsey, run. Come on.
Okay, shush videoing. And so we're just coloring these bubbles in. Chloe, give me my markers.
They're over by you.
Yeah, they're in the bag. Never mind, I'll get them. I actually wanted you to go under the table and get me them, but whatever.
I was gonna do that, but then you were like, oh, okay, I'll get them myself.
Okay, so let's color this last little bubble in here.
I don't sense it. Here.
And then, I'm going to take a Sharpie marker. And, we're going to color in this A. I do not own a lot of Copics. I only have these skin tones. I tried using Spectrum Noir, but one exploded on me, and they're like really, really wet. Didn't care for them. They like ran all over the place. On the other hand, my Bics and Sharpies, I love them. I wish they had more tones, but I really, really love them. So I'm just coloring this A in here. And I don't have any gesso either. A lot of people use gesso when doing mixed media. I don't have any. I never even knew what it was until I watched. Oh, that's the boat going off. When I watched some YouTube videos of people doing mixed media. Oh, by the way, this is my first mixed media. I've never done mixed media before. But when I watched the YouTube videos, people were using gesso. I've never heard of it before. So then I had to Google gesso, and I guess so I'm gonna get some. And maybe work with that a little bit, see if I can improve my mixed media skills. So, and with Sharpies, like if you go over it a couple of times, the color really pops out at you. You know, the more you, like with any marker, the more you go over it, the darker it gets. And Sharpie is no different. Which is why I prefer Sharpies, and also because they're cheap. I'm cheap. If you notice, you know, I'm using Colorbox ink, which is really cheap. I make my own sprays, which is cheap, and now I use Sharpies and Bic markers because they're cheap. I think I got like 36 of them for $8. And then this is another Sharpie. This is a Sharpie pen though, not a Sharpie marker. And I am going to just kind of draw some outline on this a little bit. Remember, I inked it earlier, and that ink is still there on the edges, but I just want to do a little bit of an outline on this. And so you can see me bouncing now. Oops, running out of battery. So, yep, just gonna outline this. Hopefully I can get it done before my battery dies, so I'll just go kind of quick here and quit my babbling so that you can see it. Just got one more line to do. And throw a couple hashtags on there. And there you go. Can you see that? I'm going to go now and let my phone charge up. And the next part of this video will be done at home because I forgot my glossy accents also, which I want to put on here. And so when I get home, I will finish this up and let you see it again. But this is what I got so far. And I'll see you in a bit. Bye! Hi, I'm home, and I am back with my tag, and it was a great day yesterday. Had a ton of fun out on the boat, but I was exhausted when I got home, let me tell you. Sunshine really takes it out of you. So anyways, I did just a tiny bit more work on my tag, and that I really didn't think that you need to see because everybody knows how to color. I just colored in my flourishes in green. You could see those. And, like I said, you didn't need to sit there and watch me color because I'm sure that you know how to color. Now, I had some more ideas. This is called Perfect Paper Adhesive Gloss. It is a lot like Glossy Accents or Liquid Glass, if you have ever heard of those. When it dries, it's really clear, and really shiny. And I like shiny. I really, really like shiny. I print out all my photos in glossy, and I probably love bling just about as much as Angela does. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to very carefully do my letters, and so that when they dry, and I am home with my heat gun, so I will be able to heat this up a little bit. Yeah, I'm just gonna like really carefully kind of get that on there. And and it's okay if I go out of the lines a little bit, because it's gonna dry clear, and so you will be able to see my word. And some of these spots are like really tiny. I would prefer to use the small bottles of Liquid Glass or of Glossy Accents, but I don't have any right now. Those things, they're like basically a one-time use bottle, because unless you get the big bottle, I'm not sure about the big bottle, I've never bought the big bottle, but the little tiny bottles are like one-time use, because once you close them, even if you stick a pin in it, you won't ever get the pin out. And the stuff inside the spout will like dry up. And the only way to get it back open is to cut it, and then you don't have the fine tip anymore. So I don't even bother to buy them. I just buy this stuff. And I think I got this at $1.99 and Mr. Art. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. But they're a website place, but I got my heat gun, so I can go on ahead and dry this up. And it's going to take a bit to dry because I do have it applied kind of thickly. But the heat gun will help. So once I've got this dry, I will be back. Because really, I don't see you sitting here for 10 minutes watching me dry some glue. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, here we are, last part to the video. I finished my tag. As you can see, the clear is dry. I had a little bit of a problem with the L. I burned it when I was drying it, but you know, it's okay for me. I don't really mind. But can you see how it's kind of puffy and shiny? And then I just added a little bit of bling down there, 1, 2, 3, and put on this white ribbon. For bows, I really like to use wired ribbon because it holds its shape, and you could shape it much easier, I find. I don't always use wired ribbon, but most of the time I like to if I'm making a bow. And this I will put in a smash book. It is going to be on a page with the rules for my house, which are pretty much, I guess, the same as everybody's rules. You know, always be kind, always be helpful, always tell the truth. You know, just family rules. And then on the other page, I'm going to do another one like this, and it's going to say love. And you know, so the titles will be always in love, and you know, it goes together. But so this is my mixed media challenge. I've got the gloss and the spray and the marker and the paint pen and the regular black pen, and I hope you like it, Angela, and let me on the team. Okay, thanks, bye.